Welcome back to the ancient world of Imperator Rome. Hello everybody, Realm Builder Guy here, and welcome back to the channel. And more Pyrrhic Wars, using Imperator Rome with the Invictus mod. It's been a while since the last episode, I apologize for that. Work, life, illness, holidays, all got in the way. But now we shall continue. So, as we look ahead, it is down to the Italian strategy, or the Greek strategy, or the Hellenistic strategy, that we need to kind of take a look at. Now, getting a toehold in Italy is very, very important. Now, Sicily is a difficult proposition, simply due to the power and presence of Carthage. Now, we did secure an alliance with Rome, and that's big. I mean, eventually, we're going to have problems with Rome, because Rome is on the target list, or at least Italy is. And so I'd like to try to get some lands in Italy as soon as possible. Now, if we look at our diplomacy, we have an alliance with Talantia and Rome. We currently have truces with Corcyra, which of course we took them, Siculia, Tindaria, Calactia, Apollonia, and the Epirus revolt, for whatever that's worth. But what we're looking at here is down here in the heel of the boot. So we've got Messapia here that we would very much like to go to war to. Now they have a defensive league with Abria to the north of us, kind of here on the Adriatic, and Talantia, who is actually one of our allies. So if we declare war, we pull in an enemy ally, but we can call in Rome. But we could take Tarentum. Tarentum, of course, historically a major target. Then we can look at Samnium and go to war with Samnia right now. Samnia is currently at war with Lucania and Elia. So they got some issues. We declare war here. Messapia will join the war, but Talantia and Rome would become part of the equation for us. So Rome could come in from the north. Rome right now is at war with Picentia and Sabinia. I'm not overly concerned with that. But we can land our forces down here and possibly take Tarentum, which would be, of course, our target here, is to take this. If we knock out the Samnians and then go for Messapia, you know, this is the one I don't want. I don't want to have an enemy in a war that's sharing a border with us. Having them this far away is very, very nice, and we can call these guys in. You can see here the Romans are all the way over here. But, you know, maybe Rome will support us a little bit. The Samnians have their own problems they're dealing with right now. And of course, we have our own warriors here. If we look at our military right now, we've got levies we can pull from. But overall, it won't be an easy one for sure. But with allied help, I think this is one we could pull off. Now we would land first here and take on Messapia, and then kind of move from there. That would be the better thing to do. So we're gonna move our fleet real quick out here. Change our commander. I think our military has no. We need a commander here. We have nobody. But our commander here, we can go Iakid. He's part of a scorned family. He's brave and disciplined. He's patient. And corruption's relatively high. He's got some loyalty. Yeah, we'll name him to head our fleet. Next, we're going to look at a new Hierophant. And here, maybe we'll go with Eliades. Yes, we'll put him in charge of that. Prisoners abroad. Well, I'm not seeing him right now, so I'm not overly worried about that. We've got some pretender support. Not worried about that either. But we're going to unpause, move our fleet offshore. And then, again, I don't like them being right here now. We may have to go to war with them eventually anyway, but we may have a weakened Messapia in the meantime. Albia to the north here. Right now, Abria. See, they have Casus Belli from Rome. Tarentum, they have a Casus Belli from Rome. Messapia. Also, I mean, Rome is basically just looking at expansion, but to go to war with the Samnites, I think is the smarter play right now, because again, I don't like these guys right here on my border, and I don't know if I can count on Roman support as of today. So we're going to go here. We're going to declare war. War goal. No, it's the superiority. We can't grab anything here. Here we could take Tarentum. Fair enough. Now the Samnians would come into this one. We would be completely outnumbered. So that actually isn't going to work quite like I had hoped for. Well, right now we are fabricating a claim. So we're going to wait until our diplomat fabricates that claim. So what we're going to do here with these guys, we're going to have them... we'll have them destroy pirates in the region right now, and we'll just chill a little bit. You know, going to war with Messapia, I feel like it's just a bit dangerous. The Samnites will get pulled into that war. We'll have one of our allies pulled away from us to support them. We can kind of keep an eye on how the Samnian War goes here. And maybe by the time we have our claim, Rome will have their war cleared up, and we can press on together to take on the Samnites. Let's see, Rome has peace now. So the Romans, we are their only ally. They're not actively in war with anyone. So that's definitely a bonus. Sack of the Aphrodita Lahona Temple, the great temple in Barium, has been sacked by the forces of Lucania. We will remember this crime, can blame a soldier. I don't even know where that is, but it's a crime. Okay, we've got a call to arms. The Italic regional power of Rome is called upon to join in their wars against Lucania. Well, yes, we will accept that offer. And let's take a look here. Lucania is right here. The Lucanians have no allies. So we can actually now change this. No objective. We will move the fleet here. We'll go to our military. We'll raise all of our levies. So both of these. So we have our levy of Greece. I'm going to move them all onto the boat. And that's actually led by Pyrrhus himself. And then we will land down here on the south coast. Lucanians have a few troops here. Stability has been increased. That's great. Sack of Aphrodite Temple. Yeah, that is a crime. So now we will... Can we move these guys on here? No, we cannot. Because the ship is probably full. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have to do this in a few different steps. So now what we will do is we will send our fleet over here. And then commence our landing. I mean, the Lucanians have a lot of forces right here. We're waiting for Romans or for allies to come down. And then Pyrrhus's forces can land in Lucania and start with that. So here we've got one Roman army. We've got some larger Roman armies coming in on the north side. Messenia, military access. Nah. So now we've got our Casus Belli on Samnia. But I'm not quite yet willing to commit our forces here. Okay, so now we've got a Roman army sitting right there. We siege down the province here. And I mean, Lucania has, long-term wise, I mean, they don't have much of any chance here against Rome and its allies. We're just gonna stay over on this side a little bit, keep that Roman army in between us and the Lucanian army, and just siege down their provinces. We've got our levy coming in as well. Well, our legion here, the Molosicetaxis, will begin the siege here of Pestum. As some Roman armies come in as well, so we've got some good strength here. We've got this Roman army here kind of as a shield. And we've got our levies coming in here, the extra 1,000 men coming in as well under Pyrrhus. So that levy is coming in, and then we can start moving a little bit more into the countryside. So let's go here and support that Roman army here in the center. I mean, I know all this does is add to Rome's strength, but we've got plans. We do have plans, and we already have our army right around here. In the meantime, we will tell them to hunt fleets. So they're going to be busy. And Rome won a battle there. And we continue to siege down here. Roman army much, much stronger. Here's a fierce battle up in the north. But it looks like the Samnians won there. The Aetolian revolt want military access, which we will deny. And we can call down an omen. So Heracles, the deity of war, adds to our discipline. Hades, deity of economy. Zeus, culture, aggressive expansion change, and Demeter. No, Heracles. For sure. Sacking of Grumentum. Pyrrhus has led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Grumentum. Let the men roam freely. None shall hide. Yeah, I don't care. So, that was a major victory. Now we'll move our armies down south here. Okay, so that is all ours at 55% of war score. I don't see any more of their armies. Oh, there is one over there. Let's keep an eye on that Roman army. Let's move in here. Maybe support the Romans. If all the Roman forces move into Tarentum, specifically. Now, unfortunately, we can't get Tarentum anymore because the Romans are there. But what we can do is move our forces in here with the Romans. And now we will have one wonderfully large battle. The Battle of Tarentum. Pyrrhus is there as well. And a victory. Now we'll siege back Tarentum. And then they have nothing. And then it's just a matter of waiting and seeing what we do. Mission task can be completed. A new city. This task will take 365 days to complete. So I think, yeah, we will do that. We'll finish that mission. So no current missions are available. We'll take a look at that here. First, friends in high places. Gilon Gelid, for reasons known only to himself, has begun voicing his opinion in support of Pyrrhus whenever the court assembles. We shall put up with it. Sure. Molossian consolidation, new hope. Our new rulers have brought Epirus out of the troubled years of recent times, and there's a new sense that our kingdom can weather the storm of future uncertainty under the strong leadership of the Basileus. The future is ours. New city, starting work. Our most skilled workers are all but ready to establish a new city on the Adriatic coast, one which will be worthy of the might of our kingdom and rival the urban centers of our fellow Greeks. Pyrrhus has decided to name the city Aquileia, after the historic ancestor of the Aeacid dynasty, who valiantly fell in the siege of Troy. All that remains is to choose a suitable location for the Ionian coast. Along the Ionian coast. So, Oricon is up here in the north. So this do? Population output. Wow, loses 100 gold. I mean, it's basically all of our money. I mean, it's all the same thing. Where do we want to put it? I mean, somewhere central here. I think Phoenique is the place to put it. So it'll be 365 days. And that war has been completed. Okay, so missions. Okay, yes, we have exiled armies. I'm not worried about that right now. Missions. It is time Epirus to live up to aspirations of King Alexandros I, who fell while campaigning in Magna Graecia, and reclaim her lost positions across the Ionian Ocean before the Greek colonies fall to Italic barbarians. Assert the Epirate claim to Magna Graecia. Hellenic contender. With the internal divide settled, the Epirotes are poised to become one of the foremost Greek powers in the wake of Alexander's death. They can make the most of the strengths of their weaknesses and their neighbors. Sure, the Epirate domination of Greece, or the matter of Greece. Our fortunes await in foreign lands. The Greece region has been considered part of our borders. I mean, we're already over here. Magna Graecia. Let's start that. So, Alexandrian ambition. Years ago, Alexandros I of Epirus, cousin of Pyrrhus and brother of Olympias of Macedon, endeavored to cross into Italy and conquer the peninsula, encouraged by his nephew Alexander the Great's conquests in the east. There, he led a remarkable campaign against the Lucanians and Bruttians in aid of the Greek colony of Taras, annexing Scipios, Heraclea, and Tyrrhenia, and even forming a treaty with Rome. The Fates, however, had other ideas, and through treachery he was drawn into an unequal battle at Pandosia. There he fell, but not before lamenting that his nephew Alexander's facile success were a result of waging war against women in Persia, while he faced real men in Italia. Epirus lost his Italian possessions in the ensuing years, but now may be her chance to fulfill the destiny of the everlasting line of Achilles, which has borne the greatest conquerors of the world. So we have to claim every mainland territory in the region of Magna Graecia. So, we can do... What can we do? We can do benevolent moves. So we have that. We lose 25 gold. A free Italianian country in the regions of Magna Graecia or Italia with less than 6 territories, blah, blah, blah. We can go down to round on the cities. So we can go down this way, or audacious italics. The rising threat of the italics must be countered, and the assailed Italote cities of Magna Graecia are always willing to accept assistance. Divide and conquer. Lay Rome low. I mean, this one goes to Rome. So we need to take Rome. That's a big one. I mean, Master of Sicily is a big one. This one goes away from Rome. Yeah, we will go this one. The Italiolite cities have grown weak, their citizens accustomed to soft lives of luxury and philosophizing. Other spears lay forgotten in the dusty corners of their villas. With the rise of the Italic powers in the vacuum, even these sloths see the threat and may be willing to trade their autonomy for protection if it means the wine continues to flow. We should dispatch our most persuasive diplomat to secure the assent of one of the bloated assemblies. Locri. Do we see Locri? Regium. Receive an offer. Regium and Locri. So Locri is down here. Well, that's way down there. And Rhegium. Where is Rhegium? All the way down there. I feel like Rhegium might be the better one because it kind of gives us this in between with Sicily. So Rhegium it is. Okay, now let's go here to diplomacy. Casus Belli. No, that's not us. Here we go. So, I mean, we've got all of this. I mean, we have a Casus Belli on all of this. I mean, basically, we did a lot without needing it. Casus Belli from Macedon and Rome. So, I mean, Rome could go against us at any time. But now let's take a look at the situation down here. So, if we declare war on Messapia, Samnium, Abria, and Talantia will come in. Declare war on the Samnians, Messapia will come in, but we can call in our allies. And, I mean, Tarentum we can't really take, but Campania we could. Apulia or Lucania. Campania is here in the north. Lucania is this large section here in the south. Tarentum is this section down here. We can't take the city of Tarentum ourselves, but we can take that region. So I think we will do that. We already at war with them. So the Romans are already at war, so we don't even have to call in Rome. Again, the huge power that is Rome is a problem. But calling in Talantia, yes, we will go to war now with them. And we already have our soldiers right here. So we're going to move up here to Turum. Now there's a 1,500-man army right there. And there comes another larger force. Benevolent moves. Rhegian news. Envoy Cnaeus has returned from his talks with the Rhegian assembly. It seems he was able to persuade their leadership that receiving our protection was a worthwhile trade for losing some autonomy over their foreign affairs. Nicely done, Cnaeus. So that was a victory there. I mean, again, them already being at war with Rome is pretty good. Let's hit pause here. I hit a button by accident. There we go. Hit everything. And that is not what I wanted. That was accidental. So mission task can be completed. So, we can go down audacious italics. I don't know. No, we're kind of don't want to do that. I don't want to take on... I mean, this way we have to go down towards Rome. I mean, we don't have to. So over time, the Italite cities have fallen into decadence, valuing comfortable life above all else and neglecting their own defense, content to have others fight for them. Pathetic as it is, it provides us a great opportunity to bring them under our protection, justify an invasion of Italia. We are the defenders of the Greeks. So we have now taken that land right there. And let us move down here with all of our forces. And just keep an eye on the Messapians. It's a larger force. Audacious italics. Our declaration of Hellenic support in Magna Graecia was received well by the Italiote cannot speak today, cities, some of whom even pledged their armies and recruits to our cause directly. So, some of the Italic tribes have responded to our moves against Rome by offering to aid us. Seems they feel the same way about Roman menace. Every man makes a difference. So, we are allied with Lucania and Umbria. So, breaking alliance, the Umbrians already. Call allies. We cannot call them to war just yet, the Umbrians. We can improve relations with them, though. So we'll work on improving the relations with the Umbrians. In the meantime, if we look here, we are no longer allied with Rome. I mean, that's basically what that... Oh, that's the Umbrians. This is us. We are still allied with Rome. And Umbria, and Lucania, and Talentia. Okay. I had clicked one too far. So we have taken that right there. Now we can move up north here. Problem is the Romans are also sieging down everything, which does not help. We're going to take that province from the Samnians. We're at 8%. There's not much we can take at that point. I'm trying to see the Messapian army, if we can find them anywhere. The Antigonid cause wavers. Antigonos' death, combined with the recent setbacks, fracture the stability of the Cyclops kingdom. His heir and co-king, Demetrios, unable to hold together the expiring loyalties of his subjects, has abandoned much of the kingdom to the claims of the other Diadochi, while he retreats to lick his wounds among Greek friends. So the Antigonid kingdom has been carved up. Let's actually take a look at that. So we can see now we have the Antigonid kingdom here and just this. This. So we'll keep an eye on that because eventually we will want Greece. Now I kind of want to think, do we head down here? That we have a Messapian army here. They're not big. Find the Aetolian revolt. No. Don't really care for you that much. Hellenistic regional power of the Antigonid kingdom. My Basileus, we are outraged to discover that the Hellenistic regional power of the Antigonid kingdom has canceled the generously given right to military access. Well, that's not good. We have a lack of food. That's not good either. So the Messapian army here, they've taken a hit because they took on Rome. Patronage of the arts. Basileus is expected to be a patron of the arts. We must not neglect the arts. We have the money. We can do it. Siege of Barium is one. Okay. I feel like we can move down south here to take on the Messapians. Under the leadership of Pyrrhus, we will take on the Messapian. That's a 3,500-man army. They're in a better situation than we are. Kind of want to see what they're going to do. We've got a bunch of Romans there. Not exactly going to come in and help us, but maybe they will. Still can't call in the Umbrians. Sack of a Hera temple. We will remember that crime. So now we have taken that. 2,700. It's not powerful enough. They broke their alliance. So the Umbrians have broken that. The rise of Pergamon. Chaotic fighting of it over Asia. A new realm has been established by the Italid families. Pergamon, eh? Okay, let's keep an eye on this army. Okay, let's move all of our armies down south here. So they beat those guys up. We're just gonna grab some more provinces. And then we've got this Messapian army here to go after. The gift of knowledge. Pyrrhus, we have received a peculiar gift from a foreign king, one that wishes to remain anonymous. Everyone knows how much the people of Epirus value knowledge, for we have acquired a reputation as being the cleverest people to ever inhabit our corner of the earth. So it is a pleasant surprise to receive a gift of 2 foreign slaves that are well trained in the arts of rhetoric, and mathematics. Simple message is presented to Pyrrhus. It is our hope that these learned tutors assist the Epirate people in their noble quest to attain wisdom. Signed, a friend. Okay, now we will send our army here, and we will take on the Messapians. In the field, our much larger force under the leadership of Pyrrhus himself. And we are victorious. And now the siege here will begin, and then we will look at possibly carving out a peace. So that is ours. So let's go here and see if we can sue for peace. So we can grab a toehold in Italy from them for peace. I mean, we can basically take Messapia, essentially. The Rome is pretty much going to take the rest. We can add Turum as well. It's quite a bit. Aggressive expansion goes up to 4. That's a good amount of aggressive expansion, but we can grab this before the Romans take too much, so we will be okay with that. And now Epirus has lands here. So our military, we will disable our levies, which is good. We have our army here. I kind of feel like leaving our army in Italy. So we lack a governor. So Pythagoras, you shall be our governor there, because that's the only one we had. So we can divide and conquer. So this, on completion, may acquire an Italic ally. Or we can go down Sicily. So, conditions: Carthage or Punic culture country has land there. Epirus or subjects own at least 5 territories in Magna Graecia. Gain claims on Punic-held territories in mainland Sicily. Yes. With our position in Magna Graecia established, Pyrrhus looks to the rich lands of Sicilia. The opportunities presented by the Greeks calls for aid against the city of Carthage. By putting ourselves forward as the protectors of the island, we are sure to gain much influence over the cities and win glory over the barbarians. The Punics will be crushed. Yeah, I think going after them is more important than going after Rome. We have allies down here. If we look at Carthage, we can declare war for... we could take Syracuse, I mean, really any of this, and we can call in Rome. Now, not Rhegium, not Locri, but Lucania, Rome, and Talentia. Now, they, of course, are calling in all of their minor allies. But we could force Rome's hand to joining us in a war against Carthage. Very, very, very risky. Not really something we would do right now. We need to wait for a few other things to change domestically. But, yeah, overall, not a bad decision to make. So now we are going to do no objective for our fleet. We're going to send them right over here. And I still trying to decide whether or not I want to leave our army here to rebuild and keep an army in Italy. I think that might be the best situation. Messenia, military access, sure. Yeah, I think we're going to actually keep our legion. No, we're going to send our legion home right now. So we're going to send our legion home, and then we will kind of continue to build a little bit. We do have a Roman mercenary unit sitting in our province, which bugs the heck out of me. I just like having the armies near home, just in case. I'll bring them here to the coast. Is there a commander yet? No. But I know there's a way to grab a commander. So we've got them sitting there. Let's go to our military real quick. So we've got a Magna Graecian levy. So we've got additional levies that we can call upon now. So we head to our legion. Add a commander. I don't have anybody there. Kind of would like to add a heavy cavalry cohort. We've got the manpower. We've got the money. We can add engineers, chariots. Oh, I love chariots. Spearmen, supply train. Actually, a supply train is important. So I think we're gonna add a supply train. It's going to eat up some money, but supply trains are very, very important. And then as we grow financially, we can then add... Can add another heavy infantry cohort, but I'd really like to add either a light or a heavy cavalry cohort. We've got light infantry, heavy infantry, adding cavalry, and then probably archers would be another good one. Engineers eventually as well. But the Stratos of Greece, our legion there, very, very important. The Molosicataxis. So, there we go. We have our second major, or, I mean, we had a small war here, kind of grabbing the islands off the coast, but now Magna Graecia is a definitely strategy for us. Samnium, they're going to lose the rest of their lands to Rome, and we will see Rome continue to expand southward, which is a massive threat. Of course, historically, Pyrrhus did fight against the Romans, but right now, the main area I'd like to focus on is down here. Going to war against Carthage. Possibly grabbing more land down here. Let's take a look at Brutia. We declare war of Brutia. They are allied with Rome. That would not be a smart... That would not be a smart life choice. Who else do we have down here that we could take a look at? So, Messapia. It breaks a truce, so we're not going to do that. What else? Lucania, they're one of our allies. Turia. They are allied with Rome, so that's a no-go. That's part of Rome. Hipponion. They are also allied with Rome. Locri. Can't do anything with them. They're one of our allies, as is Rhegium. There's not a ton more we can conquer down here. We've got Nuceria. They are also allied with Rome. So Rome is becoming an increasing problem for us. The Messapians, eventually, that truce will expire, and then we can maybe go after that, but odds are the Romans are going to go after it. So Rome down here is going to be a problem, but I want Carthage out of Sicily. So Sicily is a major, major goal. But Carthage right now is very powerful, and they have a lot of allies. That would be a huge war. We have to build up a few other things. And we can kind of look around here in Greece. We've got some smaller nations here. See, they are... So we declare war here. Macedon would come into war here, but we could call in all of our Italian allies. That would be a massive call out here. Same here. There's not much we can do up north. What about these guys down here? We have no Cassispelli, but these are smaller. So we can, you know, slowly work on taking land in the Hellenistic world. I think that would be a smart play while we build up our forces. Taking on Macedon at this point, I think, is far too risky. They're far too powerful. I mean, they've got a strong navy. Their military tech is pretty low. I mean, honestly, their naval force is what's the scariest of all. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. In the comments, should we go after Sicily? Try to push out the barbarian Carthaginian horde and take Sicily for Epirus. As always, likes, comments, suggestions, and subscriptions are much appreciated. If you want to find out other ways to support the channel, there are links down below to Patreon, as well as you can just buy me a coffee. So until next time, I'm Realm Builder Guy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.